Yo, guys, kuningi mtakabao. Let's go ahead and get into this chende. Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Owamie, aka Miss Fair Focal, bringing back for our entertainment. If it's the first time joining me, I was definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you, and do not forget, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's at boldly Owamie. Now, my ninjas, I do want to start off by saying that the posters for the masterclass that is coming is gonna be out, I think, latest tomorrow, guys. I finally did get a guy that is gonna design the poster for me. I know I could do it myself, but yo guys, I'm so swamped and I feel like my creative juices are just not juicing right now, so I feel like somebody might do a better job right now. Now, with the poster, I do have to say that the address is not gonna be there, and the reason for that is because I don't want to book an address, a venue, without knowing how many people are going to be there. So I just do not want to do that. So obviously the address, wherever this is gonna happen, is gonna be in Gauteng. So that's all I'm going to say. Once you those that have paid, they're the ones that are gonna exclusively get the address at which we are going to actually have. So the poster is not gonna have any address. It will have the price, it will have the services that I'm gonna be offering. I'm also going to do a video where I will explain more, because I feel like the poster obviously cannot explain, so that you guys can just get everything that obviously you're going to be getting. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this chende. Today we're going to talk about Mihlali Ndamase. There's a lot that has been going on. I've just not reported about it, obviously. Now, I honestly, to be honest with you guys, I'm quite shocked and a bit surprised because kuningi guys, kuningi guys, kuningi. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off with this one. So there's a poster that was made a day ago by Tea House Mzansi, and so this is what they're saying. They're saying that T-Bucks, get in here real quick. Do you guys remember the friendship between Mihlali and Silas? Well, news reaching us now that the friendship is over, thanks to Leeroy Sidambe. The business mogul found out that Silas was the link between Mihlali and Edwin Sodi. Yes, you heard right. Our sources have revealed that Silas is also a pimp, that most of these Joburg tycoons run to him for hands. Our sources have further revealed that he was also the link between TK, Ngiza, and Lebo Pasha. If you were wondering why he's always surrounded by the hottest hand in SA, well, there you have it. Okay, now obviously they did post pictures with this guy Silas, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, with beautiful girls, obviously. And so I do know that we used to see Mihlali with this guy a lot, and then somehow it just went boop. Okay, and so they are alleging that the reason for this is because Leeroy Sidambe found out that he's the link between Mihlali and Edwin Sodi. The allegations of Edwin Sodi and Mihlali Ndamase, if I'm not mistaken, were brought up by, was it the Popcorn Room? Oh, nah, the Popcorn Room actually loves Mihlali. That's one thing I've seen. I think it was Musa Kaule, if I'm not mistaken. And with those actually came a backup where there was a picture where Mihlali took a picture of herself, and it looked 100%, like we're saying, even the placement of the flowers, it looked 100% like the same bathroom ka Edwin Sodi, that Edwin Sodi's now girlfriend had even taken pictures in there. And you know, I remember there were people that were saying, we're so disappointed in Mihlali, girl, how are you gonna take a picture and post inside a man's house? You know, this is not your man, you know, like basically you're there to smash and hit. That's what people were saying at that time, right? So now they're alleging that she and this guy's friendship is no longer there because of obviously who Leeroy found out, and that is what's going on now. Obviously the allegations, I do not know. We know that they were friends. All of a sudden the friendship was not there. We do know that we have seen Mihlali in a place that looks exactly like Edwin Sodi's bathroom, and then there were allegations of their linkage. So obviously she never spoke on that, but you know, that is something, right? That is definitely something. I was also asking myself at one point, like, okay, I've not seen Mihlali with that guy in a long time. I don't know what he does. I just heard that, oh, he's from a wealthy family. I feel like wealth, guys, is very subjective. There are people that come from okay homes, and then because maybe when now you come from a poor home, you think that person is wealthy. Some things to me just don't make sense. If you is wealthy, then why is you out here pimping? If obviously that is the truth, you know. But then I guess, you know, it's a business on its own. So I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I ain't getting sued and deny 500,000 to be giving people. But anyway, that is what Tea House Mzansi is actually out here alleging, you guys. Now, obviously from there, we're gonna go ahead and also talk about the birthday party that actually happened to Leeroy's daughter. So they were alleging, I don't know if, you know, that is the truth, but I saw that they were saying that you know, Leeroy Sidambe's child was celebrating her 16th birthday celebration. Now I saw this clip from Musakaula, and she looks so much like her mom. At first I was like, what, is that her mom? Like the structure, she looks so much like her mother. She's very, very beautiful. There was another clip that I actually saw where Mihlali Ndamase was actually sitting down, and you know, it does seem like Mary Jane is not there. Now obviously I feel like it's such a bittersweet situation. I did see that there were a lot of people that were saying, oh, you know, a separation is so hard on the kids because now the child can't like have these celebrations with both the mother and the father. And I was like, no, I don't really honestly think so. I do believe that the child can have the celebration with the mother and the father. I just do not believe that there's any woman that loved her husband and was with her husband that would actually go to a place where the woman she believes bricked her is actually there. So I would understand why Mary Jane would not be there. That's me. I don't think that she's being dramatic whatsoever. If you are a woman, especially if you're a woman that has ever been married, and you have loved your husband and you have thought of you're gonna spend the rest of your life with this man, it's not gonna be easy for you to just go and sit and be there with your ex-husband or soon to be ex-husband, which obviously we know they're still married from what we've heard, and the woman that you believe bricked you, because the allegations are saying that she really has said that Mihlali actually, you know, bricked their marriage. Like, so for me, I do feel that it's really sad for the kids. I do feel like maybe Leeroy should have actually said, hey, you know, if you want to come, I'll make sure that Mihlali is not here, and then, you know, you can come, we can celebrate the birthday with our daughter. And then obviously you leave. Mihlali maybe and the kid and Leeroy could have a private celebration in the house. Number one, I'll go ahead and tell you, Leeroy and Mihlali's relationship is not guaranteed, okay? They are not married, obviously, because he's still a married man. And the other part again is that they are dating. You know, it's only 1 year in, and we all know how relationships go. I would rather my children have those memories, because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, Mary Jane will forever be that child's mother. But Mihlali is not even a stepmother yet, and it might happen that she never is. And so now the mother is missing all these, you know, huge milestones, or the daughter is missing those huge milestones with both her mother and her father. Then in the future they'll realize it was actually for nothing. You understand? So I feel like at this point, Mihlali is not married yet. If she was married and she's the stepmother, then it means that she would be fully part of the family, which is understandable, you know, why she would be there and the mother maybe not there if the mother chooses not to. But at this point, they're still just boyfriend and girlfriend. So that's just my take on it, you know. Now, I don't know if maybe the offer was even proposed and maybe she just decided, I'm still going to decline even if she's not there. Or maybe she just was held up with something and she missed her own daughter's 16th birthday, which is not something that I believe. But yeah, for me, I just felt like, okay. But men, guys, sometimes men, anyway. Now the next thing that I'm going to talk about is, obviously, I had to save the best for last. And yes, honey, Mihlali actually bought this beautiful baby. Or let me say Mihlali got got this beautiful car. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually post this video for you guys. Now, obviously, as you guys can see, Mihlali titled that I don't gotta talk, the Lord defends me. I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't gotta talk, the Lord defends me. La, 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 la. Nicki Minaj. I actually love Nicki Minaj, honey. Okay. But anyway, she then said, thank you, God, for blessing the work of my hands. Welcome home, Mamba. Hard work pays off. Thank you for the wonderful service. And she mentioned these people, which is obviously the mottos. And then after that, obviously, girls with Max, you know, blessed and highly favored, hashtag beast mode. So yeah, I don't know, it be mottos or something. That's what she mentioned. Are they like part of Mercedes Benz, or do they like also sell brand new Mercedes Benz, or if it's a partnership, then she would have said, I'm just a bit confused. I thought that you get your Benz from a Mercedes Benz, unless if maybe they were the people that also wrapped the car, but the car does not look wrapped. For me, it looks like that it's like just a black original color. Now, with this, obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and say congratulations to Mihlali. I did see a tweet, you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and read this tweet for you guys. And this comes from Maria's lips. Barking bio chips or something. And then this person said, I know Owamie Entertainment is dying wherever she is. She hates Mihlali and is so jealous of her. Oh my goodness. And then she even has laughing emojis like, I don't want to be like, that's the person right there. And I looked at this, guys, and I was just like, me? What? I don't know. If I do not agree with something that somebody does, why do people always think that I hate the person? For me, it literally makes no sense. And why would I be dying inside if Mihlali got a Benz? The jig, honestly, is I thought Mihlali was already driving that car. In my mind, because I know Mihlali is a Benz girl, and I know that Mihlali is very private when it comes to a private life. So I always thought that Mihlali, when she's driving a Benz, she was already driving this car. The other thing again, guys, I love cars, but I'm not like a car person, you know? So I just, maybe there's a difference or whatever, but I just already thought that's the car that she was driving already. And that's the jig, that someone would be sitting there thinking, oh my God, her heart is so painful. Oh my God, she's so jealous. And I'm sitting here like, God, you was not driving this car? I thought you was. So it clearly means I already put her up there where now she has arrived and somebody's like, oh, you're jealous. I'm like, what? Like, for me, honestly, that was actually just funny, and I had to just, you know, talk about that because that was honestly funny for me. There's now a debate, like, okay, there are people that are saying that Mihlali did not buy this car for herself, or that if you really think this is Mihlali's hard work, then you have to be delusional. Now, I'm not somebody that is a fan of kissing people's asses, and if I have an opinion about something, I will talk about that opinion, whether if you think I'm jealous, whether if you think I'm not, whether if my opinion you like it or not. Me personally, do I think that that is all Mihlali's hard work? No. That's me. And the nice thing about it is that I don't have to be right. But that is me. Mihlali right now is with a married man that is very wealthy. And I'm not saying that Mihlali does not work hard. She does work hard. I think that this is the part that people actually do not understand. There was a whole situation that happened in America where they, I think it was Forbes, where they were talking about how Kylie Jenner is the youngest self-made billionaire. self-made billionaire. Now obviously, if you're somebody that knows things that happen around the world, you'll know that Kylie Cosmetics was actually or is actually valued at over $1 billion, right? Now, did I say rands? No, I mean dollars, honey. Okay, billion rands is nothing to them Kardashians. So they had listed her as the youngest billionaire, right? And so her cosmetics company has been valued at over $1 billion. Now, the problem that was this, people were not saying that she's not a billionaire. They were not saying that her company is not worth $1 billion. People had a problem with the word self-made. They asked, how is it that the youngest Kardashian or Kardashian Jenner, someone that we also rise to fame, and obviously for her to sell those lip kits and everything, she had this huge what do they call this? She had this huge advantage because she's part of the Kardashian Jenner clan, and that is the reason why, you understand, she cannot be like a regular woman that is doing it from the ground up, starting her cosmetics company. So they did not have a problem with the fact that she's a billionaire, because obviously it's the people that made her a billionaire. They did not have a problem with the fact that they were calling her a young billionaire, whatever, no, but they did have a problem with the fact that they're saying self-made. Ma'am, how, when we see all these advantages? With me, I'm gonna be honest with you, at first I used to look at Mihlali as a self-made woman. I used to look at her and be like, oh my gosh, she's so inspirational. Her journey is very inspirational. Let's remove the whole dating married man and Chende. But I used to look at her journey and be like, wow, if you guys remember, if you go all the way back to Mihlali's videos where she was actually filming in some apartment that was, not as luxe, obviously not what Mihlali is today, you would see that, oh my gosh, like she has really worked, but she then went on to say that she dated a man that was giving her an allowance of 50,000 rands a month, and 50,000 rands then had more value than even 50,000 rands now. So I was like, okay, now it literally makes sense. Not that I'm saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just simply saying that I now class her different, because if someone is giving you 50,000 rands a month, guys, you can afford to go and buy all these Maybelline foundations. You can go and afford to buy all these Bobby Brown highlighters and all that. Go and do YouTube videos about them. Tag the brand. The brand will obviously recognize you, and then they want to work with you, hence building your brand. And I hope that you guys listen to me, because I do feel that the conversation I'm having right now is actually for smart people. So if you're somebody that is, your brain is a bit watered down, you are not gonna understand the concept that I'm actually saying, right? So I started looking at it and I was like, no, as much as she's a hardworking woman, because she still did go and actually buy those stuff, she did go and actually review them, filmed and everything. But if you're having a 50,000 rands every single month that is out here to help you, girl, it makes your journey 1,000% easy. Because 50,000 can just go and buy you a whole new camera. Well, someone that is struggling, like I'm gonna give myself as an example, you have to literally work to get a 5,000 rands camera. You have to literally work so much in order to afford a foundation. I'm only at this point affording a foundation about my 600, 700. Yes, I can afford a 1,000 rands foundation now, yes. But can I go and buy 3,000 rands foundation right now? I don't think so, you understand? But then I couldn't even afford a foundation, 200 rands. So I used to use the foundation about my 160, which obviously I feel like it's also a bit irrelevant because I'm not in the beauty space, and I don't want to talk about someone else, because then it will seem like, oh, then you're saying that person is down, whatever. You guys know how people go. So I'm not going to, but what I'm simply saying is that if you had 50,000 rands every single month, girl, of course it makes sense to me. Do you understand? So when it comes to this whole situation of Mihlali, and whether if this is all her hard work, if she did not have Leeroy that obviously does all these things for her, the first thing that came out when their relationship was being exposed was a receipt of Leeroy Sidambe buying her furniture. So clearly there's proof that he buys her stuff. If she had to be buying herself those stuff, would she still be able to afford to get the car? So that's the thing that I'm saying to say I don't truly believe that it's fully her hard work. It is a hard work. Do I believe that it's fully? Absolutely not. I do believe that there's also certain privileges that are playing part, and that is fine. and you can go ahead and believe what you want to believe. I will go ahead and go with my own truth, and that is that we can agree to disagree anyway. You can call me jealous all you want, and that is fine. But what I just also want you guys to actually know is this: if you are somebody in this world that sees someone doing well, and the first emotion that comes to you is jealousy, you have a serious problem. You have a serious problem, because it means that you are living a life of competition. If you're not in competition with anybody, you will never ever feel jealous of anyone achieving anything. If anything, I honestly love seeing women do it. I honestly do. I love seeing women that are working hard, that get the rewards, and everything is like, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, it means it's possible. It means I can be able to do it, and so I'm going to do it. Now, it sucks when you look up to people and you're like, oh my gosh, you know, she's doing so well, she's killing it, women in business, oh my gosh, and next thing you know, oh, she's dating a thug, oh, she's dating a married man, and then this married man is super wealthy because he's a thug, or this married man is super wealthy, or this thug is super wealthy, and you're like, next thing you know, oh, this man is in the papers because there's over 20-something million rands worth of cars that they're alleging that he defrauded. You're like, what? Like, okay, now things are just not making sense. You start now looking at, can 3 videos on YouTube in 3 months really make you enough money? Can the sponsorships that you have really be able to sustain you to get all these things that you actually have? And then you start looking at it and you're like, no man, it's disappointing. It is disappointing. And I am really honestly going to say it is very difficult these days to know who's really working hard and who is not, because a lot of these people, they work hard behind closed doors, if you know what I mean, okay? And then they front. You understand? And so I just feel like, yeah, how can I say this? The future generation is definitely like messed up. It's screwed. The Latwizis, they got no chance, Adi. They got no chance. And I will go ahead and explain to you guys why. When you are a hardworking woman, you will make money, right? But you may not make excessive amounts of money fast, because you're not a thief. You can never ever, as a woman, never ever compare yourself with a prostitute or a woman that sleeps with men with money, for money, because there are women that do that. And this has nothing to do with Mihlali now. Okay, we've moved on from that. This is something else. I just feel like I actually want to say this, because I do understand that there are young kids out there who think that the mentality that people like Owamie G talk about is just because, oh, Owamie G hate women. No. At times he's talking about things that he knows. So for me, I just feel as a woman, I know I'm self-made. I know I've worked very hard. There's no step that will come that you guys are not going to see. And something, I'm also very open, right? So if I open a salon, I'll tell you. If the salon is not going well, I'll tell you. If I have to close down the salon, I'll tell you. The steps and why I had to, I will tell you. And in business, you will make it, and some things you're gonna feel. It's a fact. That's every single person in business. But the unfortunate part comes when these girls, especially influencers, all they do is that they come, they show us luxury cars, they show us this and that, and now you have got a child that is sitting looking at, this person only uploaded 3 videos last month, or only uploaded 2 videos last month, and this person got maybe on Instagram for this month, they were like, oh, you can even go and say, okay, let me go ahead and just check maybe for the whole year. You will see that when it comes to sponsored, you'll see that most of them, they work with the same company. So let's say if maybe you are working with Got to Be Glued, right? I will have like a lot of posts that are saying sponsored, but it's Got to Be Glued. That means that probably this is a campaign. Campaigns do not pay as much as individual videos. So if maybe I'm saying I charge 10,000 rands for a video to promote this, if it's a campaign and they're like, we need 10 videos, so it doesn't mean that I'm gonna get 100,000. It means that, you know, they're gonna obviously negotiate. You're still gonna get your money, but it's gonna be negotiated down because of it is a campaign. And then after that, obviously you're going to post and all that. But But then there's a child that is going to sit and look at it and be like, wait, so if I do that, I can afford a handbag that costs over 100,000. I can afford trips all over the world. I can afford to be buying Owamie bands. I can afford to be buying my mother this and that. I can afford this and that. But look, believe what you want. At the end of the day, social media is not here to raise anybody. At the end of the day, social media is not here to baby anybody. And that is why people like me, I hated a lot, because I do not stand with what a lot of people actually stand for right now. I'm still saying, guys, we can have morals, we can still work hard, we can live comfortable lives, and we can still have our souls. Simple. The message that our Miss XO preach is not what I stand with, and I've spoken about it, and I got some hate, like, hey, you know, you're this. It always goes to jealousy. I don't understand, like that's the part that I just do not understand. But anyway, I feel like I've rambled, definitely. But yeah, I will go ahead and say congratulations to Mihlali. Do I believe, girl, you worked very hard for that car? I believe you worked very hard for that car. Yes. Anyway, go ahead and comment down below what you guys think. From your Owamie, I love you guys. Stay blessed, and I will see you guys in my next upload. And stay away from married men, kids. Stay away from married men. Some women have died because of people's husbands, unfortunately. Some have even been killed by the same men, you know. Some have gotten their faces boiled. Some have, even Jay just married men. Some have died at their Makwapeni's houses. Where's our sense of me? Anyway, there's dangers to the dangerous life. Play stupid games, you will win stupid prizes.